Welcome to the future of the FFA Jacket, one that includes the restored blue and gold colors, and one that includes a jacket designed to specifically fit today's students. There's a few things you need to know when measuring your students. The necessary tools for measuring are a flexible tape measure, a 12-inch ruler, and a piece of string. The tape measure can either be a standard vinyl tape measure or a 1/4-inch flexible steel tape. The string is for tying at the waist in order to mark the waist location. Standard bathroom scales are used for weighing the individual. The individual to be measured needs to wear the typical shirt and pants or skirt that's normally required to be worn with the official FFA jacket. The person should stand without shoes and with their heels together. The individual should stand erect, yet relaxed, with their eyes looking forward. Weight evenly distributed on both feet, and arms straight at their sides for all measurements, unless otherwise indicated. There are a total of 9 measurements required for fitting the official jacket. These measurements should be recorded in the official FFA Jacket fitting form located on the CD-ROM. This is a Microsoft Excel form. The document name is fittingform.xls. To measure height, have the individual stand up, facing outward, with their feet against a wall. Place a ruler on top of their head and, making sure it's level, mark where it touches the wall. Measure the height of the mark and record the measurement to the nearest 1/4 inch. To measure weight, weigh the individual on standard bathroom scales. Record the weight to the nearest pound. The correct location of the waist is critical for being able to correctly record 2 of the measurements taken. In order to properly locate the waist, secure a length of string in a comfortable position around the midsection of the individual, level with the navel. Leave the string in place to indicate the waistline during the measuring process. To measure bust and chest, wrap the tape around the individual's body at the largest part of the bust or chest and back around to the starting point. Record the measurement to the nearest 1/4 inch. To measure the waist, wrap the tape around the individual's body following the waist string, back to the starting point. Record the measurement to the nearest 1/4 inch. To measure the high hip for a female, measure down 4 inches from the string at the waistline. Wrap the tape around the individual's body, back to the starting point. Be sure to keep the tape level. Record the measurement to the nearest 1/4 inch. To measure the seat for a male, measure down 6 inches from the string at the waistline. Wrap the tape around the individual's body, back to the starting point. Be sure to keep the tape level. Record the measurement to the nearest 1/4 inch. To measure across the shoulders, measure the distance from the bony end of one shoulder straight across to the bony end of the other shoulder. Record the measurement to the nearest 1/4 inch. To measure the back waist length, measure the distance down the spine from the prominent bone at the base of the neck to the string at the waist. Record the measurement to the nearest 1/4 inch. To measure the center back neck to wrist, begin working from behind and have the individual bend their right arm 90 degrees and hold it out slightly away from their body. Measure the distance from the prominent bone at the base of the neck out to the end of the shoulder and down the arm, going around the prominent bone at the elbow and ending at the prominent bone at the outside of the wrist. Record the measurement to the nearest 1/4 inch. Once these 9 measurements are recorded, you should be able to determine what size to order. If your student is of average height and weight, generally you should order the size that corresponds to the chest or bust measurement. However, we encourage you to read the Jacket Ordering Guidelines for a more complete explanation of what size to order. This document is on the CD as well. And if you have determined your student needs a tailored jacket, you will need to use the measurements on the form when you place your order. This is a sample of how the new jackets should fit your students. Notice how the armhole now fits properly on the shoulder, allowing for an easier range of motion, and the front of the jacket now sits where it's supposed to and no longer rides up in the front, requiring the student to constantly pull it down. On behalf of the National FFA organization, thank you for taking the time to learn more about the new measuring requirements. For additional information, log on to www.ffaunlimited.org or call 888-332-2668.